It's a shame people like Harry Kane aren't there.
Well, Sonny's just different gravy, isn't he? He's world class.
Hugo Lloris I was kind of surprised about because he made a few mistakes.
Had a 30, good grief.
That could probably get into, you know, your Real Madrids and your other top 6 sides.
I think he could potentially be sort of top 5, 6, maybe in the world now.
Son is really good. He's been our best player for a while now. He's got lots of energy and he seems to be the only one playing with decent heart at the minute.
How about Yoris?
Bit off at the minute. Now obviously he's struggling before his injury and now he's out for a long time, but yeah, he's still a good goalkeeper. Still one of the best goalkeepers. So.
Son is probably, if out of the two, I'd say Son has played better than Hugo Lloris in the last year. I think Hugo Lloris has made a few mistakes, and I think you only have to look at the last game when Son came on, made a really big difference to the game, so he did really well. If that ball that hit the goalkeeper got a touch and it hit the bar, if that had gone in, that would have been a completely different game because we'd have scored earlier. Son would be better than Hugo Lloris for the Ballon d'Or, yeah.
I think Heung-min Son is a fantastic player. He is one of my favourites. He's a fan favourite, of course. Hugo Lloris, he has always been a great captain. He's always been a great goalkeeper. Yeah. It's a shame he's injured, but I think both are great additions to the Ballon d'Or nominee list. Yeah. It's a shame people like Harry Kane aren't there. Yeah. But then Harry Kane, he's not been scoring as many goals lately, sadly. Yeah, right. So
No Kane.
No Kane.
That's a shambles, isn't it? What are they doing?
Yeah, right.
Oh, I'm pretty pissed off at the moment, mate. It's not too good. Yeah, it could be better. Well, Sonny's just different gravy, isn't he? He's world class. Yeah, he's got a lot to his game. And Hugo Lloris, classy guy. World Cup winner, maybe that comes into it.
I think Son completely deserved it because I feel as if he was brilliant this year, and I feel as if he really is the only player at the minute that could probably get into, you know, your Real Madrids and your other top 6 sides. I think Lloris, he's quite overrated for the past few seasons. I feel as if he hasn't really been as good as people make out, obviously errors and stuff. So
You're proud that they're on a sort of prestige list being recognised. I think it'll be one of the same two that wins it overall, but it's nice that they get some recognition, especially Sonny, because Hugo is captain of the French national team, so he's won a World Cup and people know about him already, but Sonny maybe a little bit more under the radar since we signed him a few years ago, but I think people sort of appreciate what he does now, so yeah, happy.
I think Sonny deserves it. He deserves all the credit he gets. Yeah, he had a brilliant season last season. I think he come back from injury sort of around November time, and he changed our season like at that sort of stage. So yeah, he had a really good season. So yeah, really happy for him. Lloris, yeah, obviously with the World Cup win, you can't really fight that. Although I suppose he'd been nominated last year for the World Cup, wouldn't he? But he's been a bit disappointing this season, and he just seems very inconsistent at the moment. So I'm not too sure on that one myself. Yeah.
I'm supporting him.
So yeah, I mean it's really good. Heung-min Son obviously deserves to be in there, and I'm surprised Harry Kane wasn't in there as well. But yeah, it's still good to have people nominated. Well, Heung-min Son obviously scored a lot of goals last season, and was like quite instrumental in our Champions League run. And Hugo Lloris I was kind of surprised about because he made a few mistakes, but he's obviously still one of the best keepers in the world, so that's kind of why he got in.
Well, I'd have said Son has to be in the top 10. And I'd have said Hugo Lloris is probably, to be fair, he's probably toward the bottom end because he's made a few mistakes. As a goalkeeper, if you make errors, just the occasional error, it can make a big difference to a game. It's not like, I mean, in reality, every player makes mistakes. Every player can give the ball away in midfield, or every striker can miss a ball. But when a goalkeeper makes an error, it tends to be a goal down. I think with Son, I can't see, he doesn't make a great many errors. He doesn't, when his decision making in front of goal, he doesn't tend to fluff it, you know. I don't know whether Son would win it, but I'd put him probably maybe in the top 10, I think.
I'd probably say Sonny probably in 10.
Top 10.
Yeah, and Lloris top 20.
Top 20.
Yeah.
Lloris I'd go 23.
23.
Son 25.
Sonny 25.
Yeah.
Oh Christ, there's a lot of good players in that list, isn't there?
Yeah.
I'd put Son in the top 10.
Top 10, yeah.
And Lloris maybe in the top 20?
20.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Son, what do you reckon?
Son and
Whereabouts? Where would you put him? What number?
2.
2, there you go.
2?
Hugo Lloris, I'd say in the 25.
25, yeah.
I'd say Son, top 6. I wouldn't say he's up to 4, but I'd probably say between 4 and 6. I'd say 5.
4 and 6.
Yeah. I really like Son.
Yeah.
Out of 30, good grief. I think you've got to put Son probably midway.
Like 15?
15, yeah, 15 will do, yeah. Hugo Lloris, maybe a bit lower down.
I think Sonny probably a little bit higher than Hugo. I love Hugo, but I think Hugo maybe on the decline a little bit now.
Yeah.
I still back him. I still rate him as a goalkeeper. I think he's a great goalkeeper. But I think Sonny should definitely be minimum in the top 10. I would say maybe even higher. I think he's great, Sonny. So I think he could potentially be sort of top 5, 6, maybe in the world now. I think he's sort of consistent level now. He scores goals every week. He assists. He's quick. He's pacey. He's tricky. He's an absolute nightmare. Left foot, right foot. He can play anywhere along the front line. I think, and he works hard. He plays with passion. He wants to wear the shirt, and I think he's sort of everything you'd want from a player in your team. So,
Sonny, I think he'll potentially get into the top 20, top 25. I think Lloris will come below sort of 20 and 25 there.
I'd say at the moment Son's probably top 10, top 15 maybe. And Hugo Lloris, I don't really know because he's a goalkeeper, but he's definitely in the top 5 goalies in the world.
I think Son is the top 10, maybe like 7 or something.
Yeah.
And Hugo Lloris, like top 15 or something, I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, well, I said Harry Kane, so I do think Harry Kane should be in it just because of his goal records. I think that he's always consistent, a good leader. Who else? If Eriksen's got the potential to be in it, but I just don't think his heart's there at the minute. So yeah.
Kane. And Moura maybe, but others aren't really doing very well at the minute. So just probably those ones.
Lucas Moura should get more credit than he deserves.
Yeah, exactly.
He works so well for the team and he doesn't get picked enough. If he played for us time and time again, he'd score more goals. He'd be on the Ballon d'Or list for sure.
Yeah.
I think Lucas Moura could have got in there if he played a little bit more. When he did play last year, especially in the Champions League, the Ajax games, what everyone's going to know, he got us through that sort of single-handedly, really, didn't he? So I just don't think he played enough to sort of warrant maybe being on the list. That's maybe what's held him back. Harry scores goals for fun. I don't think he had the season that he would want, so that's probably why he's not on there. I still think he could have been on there.
Harry Kane, definitely. Eriksen as well, probably.
And Ndombele.
Ndombele,
Yeah, and Ndombele. And then like Lucas Moura is probably top 50.
I think you've got to go Harry Kane. I mean, even if he's not scoring goals, he's constantly putting 100% effort in for us. I would say he's clearly our best player, even at the moment during the tough times. Just 100% effort, 100% passion. You can't beat that. Yeah.